Oh, snap.
Started. Lock and loaded, bitches. Whoa. Excuse my
A
language.
little crunch in your ear.
See? Told you I wasn't the one with the ASMR.
Yo, shut your...
I ain't even speak on it at all this whole day. First one who brought it up. The man, the myth, the legend of the hour.
I ain't no legend. Not
Legend
yet.
of ASMR. Crunchity crunch.
You the legend of ASMR.
Or it said, what's called? What would you do for a Klondike bar? Doo-doo. I haven't seen no commercials in a minute, have y'all?
I don't watch TV, so...
Oh, even on YouTube, you would see commercials like that, though. Like ice cream and all that stuff.
I guess the algorithm doesn't target me for ice cream.
Klondike is... They not...
Why does it target you for ice cream?
Because I get all the cream.
All right.
Chill. Nah, I'm bugging.
I was going to leave that alone. I'm not touching that one.
Like Wu-Tang Clan. I get the moolah. Cream, get the
Cash
money.
rules everything
$1
around me.
bills, y'all.
Yeah, cash rules everything around
And
me.
it wasn't the lyrics, but we got the point.
Was.
I got that original Wu-Tang pressing I could have played for you instead of the Purple Rain.
Coulda.
But you have been asking for the Purple Rain, that's why.
As soon as you played it, it was too late.
We need Wu-Tang next, though. I do want to hear.
Yeah. You ever watch that Wu-Tang series on Hulu?
I watched some of it. I didn't watch all of it. Yeah.
From the New York Times.
It started getting good. I don't know why I stopped.
Probably because they had a long-ass hiatus between seasons.
I didn't finish it. I didn't finish the last part off, but I was close to it, but I just never finished it.
That shit's fire, though.
I know it was good, but I just never finished it at the end.
I was hooked on it. You want to get this shit started?
Let's get it popping.
In here.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. I am what I am, and I'm going to be the very best of what I am. And for those who don't like me confidentially, I don't give a damn. I'd like to thank you for letting me be myself.
Hey, welcome back to Warm the Crib, special episode number
20?
20.
20 episodes.
Yeah,
I'm Darian.
I'm Ramon.
Yo, shit, boy.
My fault, I'm hyped. 20 episodes.
I know.
Back in the house.
When you really think about the process of doing something over and over and over again, and growth, right? I hope, but I think we're getting better.
Yeah.
That was one of the questions I meant to ask you guys last week. Like if you learned anything after doing this podcast.
After doing this podcast, I ever learned
Or has
anything?
it brought any enrichment to your life, or is it just a pain in the ass to have to carry our asses all the way over here on Saturday?
Nah, it's not a pain in the ass.
You probably thought I was about to say it's a pain in the ass.
It's a good ass it's a good ass experience. And it's more of a learning process for us too, because I learn shit about both of y'all every time we come here. So,
and I learn shit from y'all every time too. That's what it's been for me.
It's all about learning.
The camaraderie, the brotherhood, I think is dope. So,
yeah, we all got the same interests that we're dedicated to.
It's a lot of effort, guys.
Facts.
A lot.
It's a lot of effort.
Shit.
It's a lot of goddamn effort.
What are you grateful for, sir?
Damn, put me on the spot.
You had to shake it up. You can't have people predicting who's going to go first every time.
Y'all know the normal generic saying, my family, my friends, and my health.
Okay.
Life. Living.
And love.
And love.
Okay.
Same damn thing I said.
Life, living, and love.
It's the remix.
Love is important.
Remix.
You ain't had love in there, though. You ain't got no love.
It's always love when you say family. Family.
True.
Like Lilo and Stitch. Family.
I'm grateful for love. All kinds of love. All kinds of appreciation that come with love. And how love inspires you to keep going. And I forgot to say last week, I'm grateful for my nurse, Susan.
Mm-hmm.
Was able to get me back to health. So, and then she got it. Midway through too, I wasn't completely healthy yet, and she got it. So I was like, but I'm here. I'm excited. Like I said, I keep remembering this was just an idea we were tossing around, and we weren't even sure if we were really going to do it. If it was just something we were.
I was bullshitting. I'm gonna be 100% with y'all. I was bullshitting. I wasn't gonna do it.
Mm-hmm.
But then,
what pushed you over the edge? Me being annoying, or Zach teaming up?
Nope, my wife.
Okay.
She said I should do it.
So Darian said, fuck y'all.
No disrespect. My fault.
No, I know.
No
But I
disrespect.
think you're a private dude. You're apprehensive. This is a very
Exactly, and she knew it was going to be a way for me to open up and to step out and actually talk about things and all that shit. So
Man, eat some more almond joy, huh?
yeah, we need.
I think
these,
that's patented.
we need these every time.
Oh, eat some more almonds. That's not.
We gonna start selling Miss Pat almonds. Talking about.
She gonna front us the product. We gonna get the work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she said, I don't want to sell it. I don't want to be bothered with that.
All right, that's cool.
All right, give us
Give us 20. I bet you 10 and 1. We can come back double it.
facts.
Before we go on, I want to do something out of character, but I always love, giving flowers is not out of character, but playing somebody's art on the show is out of character. So for our YouTube audience, you're going to have to go. We tell you to listen to it again anyway, but you're going to have to go listen to it. But Akila K is her stage name, but Kamara is an artist I discovered. I don't mean discovered like I discovered her, but I learned about her. I was with my boy Brandon, and we were watching another friend of ours perform at DSU. And she did this poem called Vine versus YouTube, and it was a metaphor for how people want just a quick relationship versus a long-term relationship. And I thought that shit was powerful and dope. And I looked at Brandon, I was like, yo, we got to work with her.
Right.
And, we shot our shot, and we tried to, that's how I met Kyle. Because Kyle was her manager. They met in college, and Kyle was her manager.
Oh, shit, right.
And then he ended up working at Staples when I started working there.
That's crazy.
But long story less long, I've done some stuff with her. She is a phenomenal artist. I don't like comparing people because she's her own person. But if I had to compare her, just to let you know the level of great I would put her on a pedestal with MC Light and Rhapsody all day. And y'all know how I feel about fucking Rhapsody.
Yeah.
So I'm going to play one of my favorite songs off her new album.
Another person you want to have, baby?
Oh, my God. I don't want no more kids, but I would raise a child with Rhapsody. I would. As scared as I was to drive over the fucking Chesapeake Bay Bridge, I drove over that shit to go see her. Oh, shit. And I sat she was about performing where Zach was sitting.
And yeah.
Yep. All right, let me go to my library here.
I know you definitely showed your vagina.
But Zach, I will give you a timestamp to pop the image of the album on the top and the link to it. But the album's called When the Album Droppin'. And I'm going to play my favorite song off of it. Hopefully I can hear this in the headphones.
What is it called? Open Lane?
Flip. You gotta get a tag name, bro.
They say time will tell. Well, listen, that thing singing. But how AK came through with all the guns swinging. Y'all ain't clinging and no respect for the culture. Bringing asking like some chitlins. I wouldn't give you a pot to listen. This my house. Remove your shoes when you enter. You know the gang be around like the hood rec center. No, we ain't coming average. This the result of passion. With God holding the clapperboard about to say action. This for the city like a Metro card. Cause I done heard enough garbage to leave my ears scarred. So I'ma come up off the bench and give it a shot. Cause I got nothing to lose. Like this is all I got. So listen, your round book, toss it. Cause everybody wanna drip, but be trying to force it. As you can see, I'm a lady, but I talk my shit. So you could talk to me nice or suck my dick. Killer.
Yo, you ready, killer?
Or suck my dick.
Respectfully, this is strictly business. That's word of Queens.
Yo, you ready, killer?
I'm Malcolm X with success. Get it by any means.
Yo, you ready, killer?
Yep, I stay ready, but I keep one eye on it like Fetty.
And I stop it there because I listened to the whole album again.
Yeah. That shit is snapping. That shit fire.
That shit is fucking fire. Go When the Album Droppin'. Picture there, link somewhere around here. Go get it. That's one of my favorite songs off the album.
Right.
Because she's just talking her shit.
Yeah, that shit's fire.
Her energy is always dope. If you ever have to follow her.
Yeah.
And you see I repost a lot of her shit too. Like she's just a dope human being. But anyway.
So did y'all see that video about a chick so-called exposing her baby dad?
What? I keep seeing people debating about it, but I haven't seen the video. I've been really working hard to stay off of social for just consumption purposes. Yeah. So I go in there, post what I need to post, and get back out.
Right.
But what is this video everybody's talking about?
Long story short, dude basically every other day or every couple of days, he basically brings McDonald's for his child. He used to date this girl. She has 4 kids. Their child is the last one, the youngest.
Okay.
So when he brings it, he only brings for his child. And basically she was saying that they used to date and he used to get McDonald's for all the kids, but now that they're not together anymore, he only gets it for his kid. And she was saying like, oh, you need to get it for all the kids, and basically, yeah, you basically need to get it for all the kids. Like you basically need to buy it for all my kids because they know who it's coming from and they know all of that. But me personally, I feel like if y'all not together anymore, he's not responsible for the rest of the kids. I understand the frustration of where, yeah, it's more kids in the house, you should feed them too. But it's different when you literally only have one kid in that house. Like, I would never, like, granted, like, my situation is different where I've been in his life all his life and all of that. So no matter what, if I bring something for my daughter, I'm bringing something for my son.
Right. But I was going to say it's a weird catch-22 because do I believe he has to provide food for those other children? No.
But the right thing would be.
Especially if you were in those other children's life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, like how long was he? I mean, long enough to make a child.
And that's the thing. We don't know all of that. We don't know how long it was. Like, we don't know any of that. And like, I personally feel like he doing what any other nigga was doing. He knew a girl that had kids. He was trying to be nice so he can get the cheeks. Ended up getting her pregnant. That's literally what I think happened.
Okay.
So like, I'm pretty sure he didn't plan on providing for all the kids consistently.
Right.
Like, but that's how I feel about it. Like, I don't.
It's a weird catch-22, right? Because you could say
you could be right or wrong in the situation, but either or, like
you could say, well, like I remember always wanting you always want to treat all your kids fair, right?
Yeah.
When you have multiple kids, and then as they get older and separate, you start doing things differently. Like maybe you don't go out with especially in my situation where we weren't together. I wasn't with their mom anymore, and so you don't want to come pick one up and not pick the other ones up.
Mm-hmm.
But even if you do something with one time, you want to make sure you fill in that time with what they want to do, the others want to do too.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same token, does it teach you that everything's not a handout, right?
Yeah.
Like, because if you're expecting the same thing that everybody else gets, I don't know, it's weird.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel strongly one way or the other. I don't feel like he should. I think it's a little fucked up to kind of rub it in their face because maybe their mother or those children's father or fathers, I don't know, don't have the means to do the same thing. So
or just don't do the same thing.
But so does it breed this animosity in the household amongst your siblings? And I think that's where it can potentially be wrong because now you grow up with, the people who are supposed to have your back and you feel some kind of way about them.
Yeah. I can see that.
But then again, on the other hand, should you have to share? If you have an advantage and you worked hard for it or whatever your situation is, who says you're obligated to have to share?
But he even said in the video, he was like, bring him out to the car. I'll just let him eat in the car. Like, so he's not eating in front of the kids. Like, he was trying to make ways around them having to eat in front of the other kids.
Or why didn't you just do it when he has the child?
That's
he may be,
but he probably can't get the fucking child. Like,
do you think it's one of those situations?
Yeah, it might be because I know a lot of times when people separate, I've noticed a lot of females don't want the man to see the child because they still have animosity towards whatever happened in their relationship.
I'm so blessed that was never the case with my son's mom.
Yeah.
If anything, she was yelling at him to come spend more time with him.
Yeah.
Come take him more often. That's rough. Because that could go either way, but I think me in the situation, if that were me and I dated somebody who had other children and we had a child together, I think those special things I would probably reserve from when we were together.
Mm-hmm.
But he may also the other kids may be being saved because maybe they don't eat McDonald's all the time. Or what if she doesn't feed this last child? You know what I mean? There's so many other variables. But what amazes me still is how all these other people had this opinion. Like, I just kept seeing it, and without even seeing the video and knowing the context, I saw enough of it in passing to go, oh, that's a thing. It was like the blue dress or gold dress thing all over again.
Yeah.
What do you think, Zach? If you were dating somebody and they had 2 other kids and then you had a child with them, y'all weren't together anymore, and you bringing stuff, are you bringing stuff just for your child?
Damn, Skippy, fuck them other kids. not my kid to worry about. You had all these other baby daddies. You ain't wearing kid. That's the reason you ran the other ones away. Come on now.
But like Christmas time, if you celebrate Christmas, would you take just your child a gift?
Yeah.
Even if you were in those kids' lives for a period of time?
Why wasn't the thing about it is you could tell he
But
wasn't in there that long.
that's where I feel like is the main issue. We don't know exactly how long he was in their life. He could have been in their life for a couple months. He could have been in like for
I don't
a year.
think he was there that long because he said he's the youngest out of all of them.
Exactly.
So I'm thinking he recently
But
was just
he,
born.
at least at a minimum, unless he wasn't
I would
around.
say like 5, probably.
At a
like
minimum,
4 or 5.
at a minimum,
this-
he was there 9
But
months
this
with
thing
those
with
other
that
kids
kid,
before his
she-
kid
She
came.
said, she said, you're scarring the other kids like you scarred, like they already been scarred before. I say, hold up. Did you not stop the other baby daddies from walking out on all the other 4 kids? That's the sad part about it. They getting scarred multiple times from other father figures that walked in there. So
I am blessed. I can't imagine what it would be like to
see 4 different dudes walk out.
have to deal with
Yeah.
other parents.
Yeah.
Like if I were to date somebody and they had kids and they had a father, of course their father's gonna be in there. But I see some new age stuff that's just so weird to me. Like,
Everybody's just all over.
I have a friend and his older kid's mom will be posting pictures of the younger kid. Wes would have had a fit if some other woman was posting her kids when at a certain point. And everybody seems so comfortable with it, and I guess that's the way it should be. So kudos. But it just seems like a weird thing to me.
Yeah, that shit is odd.
Yeah, think about it if it was from the woman's perspective as you already got a kid as a father, but she's dating you. Would she give a fuck about the other kids if it's not hers? Like,
Well, let me ask you a question. God forbid, probably never happen. You and T separate, right?
Mhm.
You with your new woman. You responsible dude. You're gonna pick your kids up, and then now your new woman is posting a picture with your daughter,
That's not gonna happen.
talking about I love my little girl,
Mm-mm.
right?
I don't play that.
that's
Somebody
not
getting
even,
swung on.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I wouldn't even let that shit happen. Like, because I already know I feel like that's disrespectful to my wife if she's not already okay with it. If they're not, because it's not all the times do the new woman and the old woman be on good terms.
Right.
So if they're not, but you not posting nothing about my daughter, like you might as well act like you don't even know my daughter because I'm not disrespecting her mother. Like
Right.
that's not.
And I guess that's how I look at it. Like if you calling somebody else's kid, I don't know. It's weird.
I mean, unless she's stepfather, stepmom type thing.
So is there a resolution? Is he bringing all the kids McDonald's now, or
Hell no.
We don't know.
And you don't
Okay.
know his pockets, so how's she gonna judge him? What if
That's
he only-
true.
What if he only had a select few for the kid? He's like,
What if he was doing it before though? He was
No, but that's-
accustomed before.
No, that's because they was dating before. Gotta think
But
about it.
I
We don't
think-
know how.
But right, just
his
because
pockets
the
changed.
relationship
And we don't know if he's
terminated.
paying child support though either.
Right, but just because the
probably
relationship
is.
terminated, you still, even after my second wife and I weren't together anymore, I still maintained a relationship with our daughter because it was there regardless, and she respected it. She didn't have a problem with it.
But that if you got a baby mama like that, I don't know if you're gonna keep that.
That's true too. And again, we don't know what this woman's
I think
personality.
that's why she
is.
ran away to the other 3. It's the reason why them kids is hurt more than one time.
This nigga's just
At some point, the kids is looking at their mom.
It's a reason why they experience trauma. Okay,
At some point, they gotta look at their mama like, "Mama, you run away like dad number 1, dad number 2, dad number 3. You did it to the 4th one. You need to stop this shit." The kid gonna grow up and be like,
It's important. I think
you got problems.
I think kids are resilient and smart, and when they get old enough, they kind of see things. I was talking with a customer the other day, and he was just saying how, like, him and his wife didn't work out, and he had custody of the kids, and he never trashed their mother, but he let them grow up and see things for themselves as they got older. And
That's why I feel like it's important. You letting them see things for themselves. Don't bash the other person just because you have some type of animosity towards them.
Yeah.
That's not going to change anything. For real, that'll make things worse. Because what if they find out, they end up actually talking to that person later, and they find out that, no, you was the one that was the problem.
Yeah.
That's going to change the whole perspective of everything.
Who knows? Who knows? What else we got on the list?
I mean, hey, I wouldn't even joke around. I would be like this.
Deuces.
Yeah, what I've said, but I would have got custody of my kid if I knew how she would act. Then I would have had full custody. About to say,
Not always
But that's
the
another
easiest.
thing.
it's not that easy. But they
But
always
not
gonna
only
side
that-
with the other person.
Not only that, a lot of niggas don't try. They don't try to get custody. Because sometimes you know that you're a better fit for where the child should be. Why wouldn't you try to get custody to help that? Because I feel like Chris look at it as if you at least try to be in their life or try to do something, they'll look at it more positive and they'll be more lenient on you in the future. But if you go in there with the attitude of I ain't doing shit, I don't want to do shit, like they gonna fucking fuck you over. Like it's
yeah. Only thing new I watched this week, the Pivot podcast, they had Inky Johnson on. And this
was that the same podcast you sent us before?
Yeah, the one that had Amari
Hardwick, yeah.
Another inspirational dude. This dude was like, grew up in the trap in Atlanta, got into Tennessee, he was playing, and he tells the story about he was playing and he gets hit and it paralyzes him on his right side. And it talks about how he pivots his life and, gets in some other things. But it was so inspiring, even down to, he quoted Batman and he said, just like Bane said to Batman, you adopted the darkness, but I was born into this. And dude, Boss Man put me onto it. That's one of his favorite podcasts. And I finally listened to it this morning and I was like, wow. Powerful. I'll send you guys a link for it. So kind of a weird topic. It's all over the place, but this is where it came from. So my freshman year of high school, I was on a debate team. And do me a favor, come off the desk. Yeah. I was on a debate team and the way it worked is you debated the same subject all season. So it wasn't like every time you had a match, you debated
about something
different.
Yeah.
So the year I debated, it was solve for the overcrowding in prisons and jails. And what happens, you would go to the match, they would decide whether you were voting, if you were arguing or you defending. And so you would get some people would get their favorite cases. So one that people argued was like legalization of drugs to solve for the overcrowding in prisons and jails. I used to run the legalization of prostitution.
Oh shit.
I mean,
seems like you was excited.
Hold up. That's a good point because in other countries you got legal. They have like certain times and stuff like that where you can do all this and then at a certain point in time you can't do it at all. They cut it off and then at a certain time of night you can do it again.
Here's my outlandish
So
take.
you telling me the pussy purchase has a time frame?
In certain countries, yeah, they do. I don't know if it's Vietnam or some country, but everywhere, at certain times people can go to this one area where they can purchase it and all those.
I think Amsterdam, somewhere like that.
Somewhere like that too, but they can purchase it. And
that's why a lot of people want to go to Amsterdam because of weed and because of the red light district.
They cut it off. They be like, all right, you can't purchase it at this time, no more, none at all, because you got to give them a break. Got to think about it. It's like a work shift. It's like they're doing their job too.
I could not.
So here's why I say
I am not purchasing no China. Never.
Here's why I would say prostitution would solve problems, right? I think prostitution can save marriages. Hear me out. All right. It's one of my random 4 a.m. thoughts.
I listen.
So most times if something's missing in your relationship, right? Most people cheat. It might not even be anything emotionally missing, but we're human beings, we're animals. Sometimes we like new. He's like, don't say we. Oh, I thought you said don't say we. Some people like new, right? Some people get bored. Like I get bored easily. And if I had to think back in the past when I've stepped outside of it, I was bored. Something was bored or I needed something new and exciting, right? And then I learned that you could just buy wigs and try other shit, but whatever. But think about it. So when
role play.
So right. So when you're trying to engage in getting
intimate
cheeks somewhere else, right? It requires building a relationship with that person, which takes time. And so now you've invested, unless you could just transactionally just meet somebody, sleep with them and move on. Most times I'm not heartless, so most times I would get some kind of like for the person, right? That distracts you from your relationship at home. But imagine if it was purely transactional. You're like, let's say something, I want a threesome, but there's no way a threesome's ever going to fly in my house. So if I could go somewhere safely without any health impact to my family, no relationship building, and just transactionally have this threesome, no different than my car's dirty, I don't want to clean it, I'm going to take it to the car wash and then come back. You're not seeing the vision.
Oh, shit.
Think about how many people that want to do something outside, and because they build this relationship is what messes up the marriage.
Oh, the fact
But
that
if
they
you
have
were-
a relationship with the
Right,
other
because
person.
you had to talk to him, you start to get to
Whereas
know him.
if it's a transaction,
It's a
you
transaction.
just do it and you go about your
You
business.
go there, you go to menu board. Hi, today I'd like to have
You got a
I
menu
would like the
board?
Guzzler Deluxe. That's
and there's the title of the episode.
the Guzzler Deluxe.
I said they got a menu board that's crazy. I don't think it's like that. I think they just you walk up, you be like, "What are you looking for?" Type shit.
No, but is no risk of health. There's no risk of pregnancy. Hopefully not, but there's no risk of pregnancy. It's a transaction. You get your shit off, you go back home.
Until you get into them weirdos. That's why they have a cutoff time.
I don't know.
People that don't want to leave.
It may.
Porn's similar. Porn's the same thing.
Kind of.
Like think about when you were younger, right? Sometimes you when you didn't want to deal with somebody, you're like, I call this person and go get laid, or I could just beat off and go to sleep and have my peace. And you started learning to my peace was more important.
Your pieces are more important.
It's the same kind of concept.
I could see that. Have
you
can
ever
see that.
solicited prostitution?
No. Hell no.
You ever solicited prostitution?
First of all, I feel like if I'm Gary pay for this pussy, something's wrong with it. I feel like it need an oil change. It probably need a tune up. I feel like no.
All right. I'm gonna let you digest because when I say what I'm about to say, you're gonna die fucking laughing. I don't want you to choke on camera.
Pause.
I accidentally solicited prostitution once. Wait, hear me.
That nigga said accidentally.
Because I'm like you, my mindset is before I'll pay to get some, unless both my wrists are broken, there's no need to pay to get some.
Yeah.
So that was my mentality about it. Plus, risk aversion, right? I don't want to take some shit home that I keep forever.
Mm-hmm. Get that blicky.
So
that sticky.
We used to go to this one strip club, probably, I forget, like 2007, 8-ish or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And there was this one stripper. I want to say she was Dominican. She's this fine woman, but she was older. But you know how black don't crack, so she didn't look old. But like you know how when you look at the hands on a person,
you could tell how old they
you
are
could
with their
tell.
hands.
So we used to call her grandma.
Mm-hmm.
Fine as hell.
Crypt keeper hands.
Yeah. So she would always be like, "Yo, come on, let's get a lap dance." And I got to a point like when you first go, you spending money, you went to lap dance. Then you get to a point like it's just a chill place to be. You talk with your fellas and you see some ass dancing around. So I was like, "Nah, I don't want to lap dance." She's like, "Nah, come on." And it was one of the nights that I was not driving. I was lit. And she was like, come on, let me give you a lap dance, Poppy. I'm like, nah, go with my brother. My brother goes, had a lap dance with her. And then she's like, no, I want to go with you. So I'm like, fuck it, I'll go. I'm tired of arguing with you about it. So in my head, $20, right? That was the standing cost of a lap dance back then. So the way in this place was you go downstairs and they had like this whole laid out section, like VIP room section back down there. And they had a bouncer right at the door and the bouncer was like $60. I'm like, $60 for a lap dance? I'm fucked up. I'm like, all right, fuck it. So I peel off the $60, give my man the $60. So we're in the little stall and she's dancing on my shit. And she leans in and she says, you want me to suck your dick, Poppy? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I would.
I'd like that.
But then it clicked. I'm like,
that's what the $60 is for.
Oh, and that's what I mean. I
paid $60 for jawbone. This nigga.
Wow.
By accident, though. He didn't know.
It wasn't my intent.
But see, I would have never even got that far because I'd have heard $60. I'd have been like, nah, I'm cool. I thought it was $20.
But
It's
see,
all
I
right.
kind of have, it's just like the shirt. Wow, why people would get me for $60? That's the new rule. If something costs $60, I'm not allowed to buy it. But it was like I felt like I already committed to it. I was down here, I was at the door. I said I was going to do it. All right, this is what it cost.
Can't turn around. Look like a sucker if you turn around.
And she probably would have just came upstairs and annoyed me some more until I went back again. I don't think I've been to one since then, actually. But, yeah. But willingly would I? I'm too afraid of the repercussions. Have you ever been on OnlyFans?
OnlyFans?
Yeah.
No.
All right. So I'm going to look like the fucking derelict of society as usual here.
Zach, you been on OnlyFans?
I seen it, but this is whack ass content. Don't buy it.
Let me ask you a question. If a girl said, I seen your video on the podcast, it should be looking dope. Can you be my OnlyFans videographer?
Like I told people, I said that if the price is right, you can get what you get.
Okay.
But if the price is not right, don't even ask me shit. All right? So
Fair enough.
everything has a price in life.
So I checked it out, right? What we talked about last week, my natural curiosity to things. I was talking with a guy we used to work with. I'll refer to him as Great Value Aquaman. So you know who I'm talking about.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And he was like, yeah, I go on OnlyFans. I'm like, okay. I'm like, why? When there's free porn. He was like, because I feel like that's a way that you can directly compensate the creator. And as a creator, I felt that.
Hold on.
As a creator, I felt that.
I can see if you're making personal, kind of like we're doing here, having OnlyFans. But all these bitches on OnlyFans, well, not bitches, females on OnlyFans, ain't really doing nothing you can't see for free.
Well, hold on. This is my trip of discovery. So I heard what he said, and I didn't act on it then. And then I saw a documentary on it, and I saw about how much money somebody in the couple of the girls that were in the documentary was not anybody like I would look twice at on the street. To each their own. But and they were talking about how they made like millions of dollars.
Nigga, that's weird.
I'm like, wow, that's interesting. Okay. So I was like, I'll try it. So somebody came across my Instagram feed and I was like, oh, $4.99 for 30 days. I think that's what it was, $4.99. Like, fuck it, $4.99. Let's take a look. So I paid my $4.99. And all the videos and the pictures had emojis over the good parts.
You got scam.
$5 for nothing.
Finesse.
So I'm like, okay.
You could have just went to the hub and been good.
So I'm like, well, what? I think the reason, because social media gives you this is why I think it's popular. Let me finish the story and I'll get back to why I think it's popular. So I'm like, okay, I want to see what the hustle is, because why would I continue? Like, I immediately unsubscribed. Like, shit. After seeing that. And then I realized that the hustle is, oh, you want to see more? Tip me. And then I'll show you more. I'll send you this picture without the... And there's like a direct messaging aspect to it where they can message you, and if you tip them more,
automated,
which you can see more, right? Whatever the thing is, but I think for certain people, you seeing this person on Instagram, right? And so there's this personal aspect, like you feel like you know the person because you're seeing them post content all day. And then now you feel like I can message you and say, I want to see this, and you can pay for it. So that's how they really make the money. It's not the subscription, because they probably have to cut a piece of that goes to OF anyway.
Yeah.
But it's all the extra tips and stuff that they get. And it just tells you how many people are into this. Remember the Cash Me Outside girl? On her 18th birthday, she got an OnlyFans. This was in the news. And apparently in the first day, she made some large, I want to say $1 million, but she made some large number in the first day. There was a lot of creepos waiting for her to turn 18.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I have not been back.
This is weird.
Since. But, so let's say somebody you went to high school with. Well, we know you would. Let me ask Zach. Let's say somebody you went to high school, you thought they were bad as hell. And you found out they have an OnlyFans. Would you pay to see them?
Nope.
I ain't paying to see nobody.
I'm not paying to see you, even if I was down to my last.
Yeah. It's
kidding.
too much.
But then also now,
It's too much free shit.
Say if they got a kid, right? And they go online, it's like, I could just roast you all day. Your mom got OnlyFans. I seen her titties and ass.
But I think that's a different thing. Like, one of the points I wrote down is that, like, in the early days of porn, you'd see people talk about, like, it wasn't made for men. I mean, excuse me, it wasn't made for women. So you really didn't care. They didn't really film women being pleasurable about it. Then you started getting some women in the industry who produced their own films so that it was more women-centric. So if they were women who were interested in seeing pornography. And now people don't embarrass about it. They're very proud about it. So I don't even know, like, yeah, from a kid's perspective, but the parent wouldn't be embarrassed about it like they used to be.
Nah,
Yeah.
there's kids out here that still are embarrassed about it.
Like, there's like these porn superstars out here.
Parents don't know what the kid is going through. Just because the kid don't come up and say, yeah, you're kind of ruining it for me. The kid could be going through depression, suicide, and all that.
But these new age kids may be like, yeah, but my mama driving a Bentley.
That don't mean shit. They still depressed. I don't go fuck you. Say your mama jumping. Your mama getting flipped over.
Everybody in school know your mama getting dick down.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Don't
That's
make a
not-
difference. It don't make a difference. Your mom getting flipped over top of a wooden bed frame. Come on. It don't make a difference.
bitch
no
got
matter how
get-
she got her belly
bitch-
is the real question.
Bitch got splinters all on her titty, huh?
Your mama drive a Bentley, but how did she get her Bentley? Wasn't in no professional manner. It was in.
Oh man!
But it is professional. She's got ring lights.
Yeah, ring light. She's not. She. This is the thing. Porn star is a profession. OnlyFans is amateur. That's the only thing I can say. Unless you're a porn star on OnlyFans, that's the only difference. Because being a porn star is a lot more work than being an amateur OnlyFans.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Because you gotta do training, you gotta do testing, you gotta do all this other thing. From people on OnlyFans, you think they doing testing? You think they testing the next person they sleep with?
But a lot of them are couples.
But I'm saying the people that aren't couples, they're not doing the testing, the rigorous testing you got to do for a porn. Like, say,
I hope
if
so.
you do a porno, you have to do testing. You have to do stuff about thinking about, all right, is her pH on balance? Is this and that? Because
Make sure that vagina don't stink, motherfucker.
yeah, because then if
What's-
you die,
Smell like tilapia.
it could be a
What's with the
problem.
trend? If you go to Pornhub, the first page all says something to the effect of my stepmom, my stepbrother, my stepfather. When the fuck did that become popular?
Well, motherfuckers became even more creepish. Niggas don't care now.
Like 90% of the subject matter, you have to scroll to find something that's not that subject matter.
Mm-hmm. That shit's wild.
Maybe it did it when fuck, what was that movie? Was it Cruel Intentions? It was Sarah Michelle Gellar and Ryan Phillippe, maybe, but it was the movie where she had the cross and she had the coke in it. It was a popular ass movie,
Mm.
and she always like flirted with her new stepbrother.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if that's what changed that. I think is it Cruel Intentions? I don't know. That is such a huge theme, though. I'm like, this many people like this, and even the amateurs, they're shooting, and their fantasy is about, mom's away. I'm just your stepsister, so it's okay.
Yeah. Motherfuckers is creeps.
Mhm.
That shit's weird to me.
What happened to like the doctor and the
Yeah.
nurse fantasies?
They said, fuck that doctor.
I'm the doctor.
Do you guys partake in pornography?
I do. That's where I get some of my moves from. You laugh. I'm dead ass serious. I'm dead ass serious.
They could be watching with a notepad.
That's where I be learning some of my moves from. Shit.
Oh.
That shit be helping.
So if I take my leg and throw it over the back of her neck, I got an extra inch in there that way.
All right, now you broke your back of your leg trying to do some crazy shit.
Oh,
Then
shit.
the medical profession, like, what the hell happened here? Yeah, I was trying to do some
You ever
crazy
get
freaky shit in the bedroom.
Get a Charlie horse trying to do some extra shit, motherfucker?
Yeah, we gonna let
Worse, you gotta fuck through the bed.
You gotta. You start be like, go ahead, get on top. That's where you kind of call it quits at. Yeah, go ahead, get on top. Oh, that's
How'd you
funny.
first discover it? Was it the traditional? I found like my older brother
magazine.
or
magazine.
Pop stash.
It was a magazine in the bathroom cabinet. I don't know whose it was. I don't know where it came from. But my friends,
Yo,
my
whose it was it?
I don't know where the fuck that shit came from, but I just
Graduate
randomly
period.
seen it in the fucking cabinet. And I saw it at first and I didn't see the cover. I just saw a magazine in there. And I just finished shitting, so I was like, what's this? I pulled that shit out.
Wash your hands,
I was
you nasty nasty ass bastard.
Oh, but nah.
looking for hand soap. That's how it was in the cabinet.
Facts. But I found that shit and I started looking at it. I was intrigued. My arm got strong as shit that summer.
Mine was discovering magazines, and I'm a little older, so mine was all 70s porn.
Oh shit!
Everybody had afros.
They had that wolf pussy. That's what
Afros everywhere. And then I was such a creative kid, so my pops had
Yeah, raccoon pussy. That shit.
had the Playboy channel. So you ever heard of the VCR rabbit?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what it was,
Vaguely.
not that rabbit. So what it was this device, right? So let's say most people, VCRs were like $600 back in the day.
Mhm.
So you only had one in the house. So what it was like you had this little box and you would run the wire. And what you could do is if you're playing in a VCR, it would play to the other TVs you set the rabbit up with.
Mm-hmm.
So like if you had movie night, we would go to Blockbuster and rent movies, and then they could put the movie in the living room, and then they can watch it in the bedroom while we watch it in the living room, so everybody was comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
One day it dawned on me, what if I just reverse these wires?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I was a young kid too, so I go in the back, just switch the in to the out and the out to the in, so that when Pops was watching porn late at night, I could turn the TV on in the living room and I could see it too.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Just for the porn.
And it's funny how it progressed, right? When you're a young boy, you know, the lingerie ad and the paper will do it for you. And then it's the magazine.
Nigga, when I got a hold of computer, boy, end of the week I was in the chair tired, like bruh.
So yours went from magazine to computer stage though, right? I had to go VHS. So now I was like sneaking his.
I almost got caught. We had this like, our crib was in the middle of Wilmington, but it was like a fucking 6-bedroom, 3-story house.
Okay.
And my room was on the 2nd floor. I heard somebody coming up the steps. I was trying to close shit, and shit wasn't closing. I jumped up and grabbed the fucking monitor. I was like, hold up. And then I think it was my older brother. He was like, "What you doing?" And then like a couple seconds later, I exited out of everything. Bruh, I was so scared that I was going to get caught.
You said something like watching TV.
Yup. I said watching videos.
No, the fuck you wasn't. You watching porn, was he?
He didn't even question me because it was on a different screen by the time he actually walked to the computer.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
I remember
I
having to being in the living room trying to quietly fast forward the tape on the VCR.
Imagine being in your room and you go to try to sneak and watch some porn, and all of a sudden you just hear loud as shit. Yeah, you like that? You're like, whoa. Try to hurry up and turn that shit down.
And then,
Too late, you gotta go.
like you, I discovered internet porn. And I was an adult. Like, I think I had a child by the time I discovered internet porn. And I never forget the scariest moment ever. So I'm clicking, and that was the age, the dawn of the pop-ups back then. Pop-up. Like, you clicked the wrong thing, and you just got pop-ups all over the screen.
Your fucking whole.
I think that's what happened. I think it was a bunch of fucking pop-ups. Yep.
So I click this link. It says, "Come see young Lolita's here." Now, my interpretation of it was, oh, Lolita, they must mean Hispanic girls. I like Hispanic girls. Well, Lolita was a term for underage girls. Didn't know it. So I clicked it, and all these fucking windows start popping up. Bro, I was so scared that the FBI was going to come knock down my door. I turned that bitch off, unplugged the cable from the internet box, and I ain't go on my computer for probably 3 months.
Oh, shit.
I was so fucking shook.
It is frightening.
Because that is not what I wanted to see at all, nor did I intend to click that. And I didn't think anybody would believe me if they came to the door.
Hell no.
They be like, oh, this what you doing? Okay, I see how it is. No more.
This was before Chris Hansen. He wasn't showing up at my door.
It would have been Chris Manson. Would have been Chris Hansen.
Oh, shit. That Boondocks episode with him in it was hilarious. I sees you, Chris Hansen. I calls you Chris Handsome. Said, I ain't come here for no child's butt. I came here for man's butt.
Oh, shit. Do you think it helped? I guess there are people who are addicted to it.
That's where it goes wrong. Motherfuckers get addicted to it.
That's because they, what you call it? Neurons and you shit in your brain. You start to become...
The nympho?
This nigga just said, fuck talking in the mic.
Because your neurons and your shit in your brain.
Pointed that way, he's over here and shit.
I guess because you build a tolerance. So you start to become too comfortable with it.
Well, I think it's like now that you've seen porn video, right? You couldn't jack off to a lingerie ad anymore.
Nah.
Mm-mm.
Or even probably a porn mag, you'd be hard pressed.
Nah, yeah. I think all them porn mags had nothing but fucking... Them pubic hairs was thick as shit.
Dirty bitch.
Look like silverbacks on the vagina. How the fuck is that? How the fuck is that possible? That should be horrible.
And then when you tried to be the cool dude and sneak one to school.
I ain't sneak one to school. I knew what would be the outcome of that.
I don't know if I ever did.
Somebody snitching. It's gonna be that little nerdy boy who ain't never see a vagina. He go. He's like, Darian has this magazine. You need to check his book bag.
You know, would have been bad.
Like, fuck you, Thomas. Like.
Would you Damn, I had a question and I fucking forgot it that fast. Sorry, ladies. This probably isn't your favorite episode, but
probably not.
It happened.
I mean, but
I've
in
heard
reality,
of people who got like really bad addictions.
I personally feel like everybody either looks have looked, or will watch porn.
Have you ever made your own?
No.
You ever made your own porn?
No.
Me neither.
I can see the bullshit in his face, though.
Me neither. You never? No. Let me tell you what's dope about the home video. Because A, you were there.
Mm-hmm.
So you remember the sensations because you were there.
Mm. I'd have been critiquing myself. I mean,
Would you?
See that? I ain't hit that angle right. I should have moved my leg a little more to the right.
See, now you may not have known what to ask for Christmas. Now you know what to go home and ask for. And we don't want to know about it.
Nah.
Girls don't usually fancy it that much because they're critiquing themselves. Like, oh, I don't like this about my body, or I look fat, or this or that. And so they don't enjoy
Little
it.
do they know. This motherfuckers do not give a fuck about none of that.
Remember one girl was like, I don't know, I'm going to have stretch marks. I like them tiger stripes, girl. That's a badge of honor.
That shit facts.
I
That
love
is a
that
badge
shit.
of honor. Nigga, that tells a story. Fuck is you talking about? No, and I don't like...
Oh my God.
I don't like that artificial shit. I like real shit. Who said
That's crazy when they start digging up fossils years from now. You're just going to find a bunch of fucking plastic
bunch of
bones.
silicone and shit?
Like, oh, shit. This is what humans made of?
Only thing gonna be left is them artificial ass titties. That's the only thing gonna be left.
It wasn't as bad when people was just getting breast enhancements. But now with the ass and every...
What they call it? BBL?
Brazilian buttling.
And I hope all of y'all know that are doing that the people that find interest in you do not give a fuck about your personality or how you talk. They just want to touch that BBL.
Well, it doesn't even look natural to me. Ones people are getting.
Did
you see
disgusting.
Little Kim? They had the BET. They did the.
If it ain't got no jiggle when you walk, or it has a stiff jiggle,
but the shape isn't even on most of these. The shape doesn't even make sense for a human body.
Yeah,
because I've seen some natural women with a big ass.
You know them palm juices. Them bitches built like palm juices.
Well, Little Kim was a gorgeous woman, and she has destroyed. To each his own, your body's your body, but
she definitely like something off of Planet of the Apes.
She didn't love the black.
But did you see?
She looked like Caesar.
She like she's trying to be Asian with her look. How she
go back and look at her on that tribute to Puffy on the BET Awards a couple of weeks ago. I was like, damn, I didn't realize. I knew she had.
I don't even like looking at her ass. I be seeing like
Nicki Minaj
memes and clips
her
and
whole
shit.
Flow, bar for bar, word for word.
She would beg to differ if you said that to her.
Yeah, I don't think she stole it.
But I'm thinking about Lil Kim was the word.
It's a lot of influence.
I mean, Little Kim definitely is probably the mother of that style of.
And the butt lift and all the other stuff.
But Kim didn't do that originally.
But later on that line. But when was Nicki popping though? When Kim already did that once.
She wasn't popping until she got all that surgery. Cause I seen a video of her when she ain't have nothing. Minaj? She was a regular flat bodied bitch.
Oh.
She was a regular flat bodied bitch.
Kim already like that already before Nicki got popping. You gotta think about it.
That's what I think. Kim had had some of that surgery before.
So Kim was already the one leading the way.
I feel like that's almost like part of the idea on fucking altered carbon, the fucking idea to try and live forever. And
to put yourself in a better body.
In a better body, yeah.
Crazy, but then I was like,
because I forgot they could get enhancements to when I started watching season 2 and they were talking about how like this. Don't say nothing else.
I got 2 more episodes of 1 and then I'm on 2.
Yeah, but the thing I think I would probably get tired about is, man, that chip. Me, you be like, damn, I got the same shit on. I gotta find different size. Oh man.
Well, I bet
different clothes, everything.
I bet on these bitches with BBLs, when you hit it from the back, it smell like burnt rubber.
Burning a tire in the house? You got a Hellcat engine in there?
I'm done. I'm done.
You think it's a Hellcat behind that?
It's a Hellcat.
They not
She got a
moving.
scat pack, motherfucker.
They not moving that fast. Come on now.
Ain't no jiggle, ain't no
Even
nothing.
back to porn though, if the body is totally artificial, I'm not interested. That's not a try. That's what I'd be wondering. Like, who did they do this for?
Mhm.
I forget who said that. I remember somebody saying they do all that shit and the makeup and shit. They do that for each other, for other women, because we don't care about that shit.
Mhm.
It's just like the women that like to jog a lot, but that be super skinny. Like, I can still lose a couple pounds. I'm like, I think you lost all the pounds you need to. They're like, I'm still kind of fat, and they be super skinny and be like, I don't think you're fat.
Yeah. Oh, we talking about anorexia?
No, not them. It's
Nigga.
the one. It's the ones that be
Nigga,
doctors
they be
and all
wild.
that.
They be trying to
not
throw
the
up and
anorexic
shit.
people. It'd be regular women, right? But they always be like, I can still lose a couple pounds, and they be skinny as hell, and they be joggers. They be wives of
see, I
doctors
always
and all
like, I
that.
always like thick women.
They be wives of
Cause
doctors
like,
and all that.
if you
and
really
other
think,
stuff.
like with me, I always say this: like, what the fuck is me and the skinny bitch gonna do but start a fire?
I don't know.
That's all that's gonna happen.
Get you a
I don't
Coil
want
Ray.
none. I don't want none of that. You said what?
Get you a Coil Ray.
Who's that?
She's a
Coil Ray?
rapper.
Yeah,
Skinny
she a
woman
rapper.
that was twerking.
That's ain't that Benzino daughter?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
She was twerking. And I'm like,
I forget what the song was that was popping.
It's
If
so
I
bad.
remember the words, you would know that song because that shit was
probably
that shit. I'm telling you, bro.
it's so bad.
It's one of them songs that you just randomly hear everywhere for no fucking reason.
Oh, okay.
And you know, I don't listen to everybody's shit.
Yeah.
So like, I was hearing that shit.
I was funny listening back to you talk about the Drake album. I didn't realize you were so disappointed in the moment we recorded the episode.
Yeah.
And so I was listening back.
Oh yeah, I was, bro. But I'm not gonna give up on him. I ain't never gonna give up on him because it's funny because when he first started, a lot of his songs are me and my wife's songs. Like there were songs that we used to listen to consistently and all of that. So like that's why I say like the older Drake, that's what we miss because that's literally not in a way that's what
It's
our
kinda like the soundtrack to your relationship.
Yeah, that's basically a soundtrack to our relationship. We both heard this. Even she was like, "Yo, what the fuck is this?"
Oh,
like,
shit.
well, we both are true Drake advocates. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. It's not because I'm light skinned. Fuck all y'all. But I just had to put that out there. But nah, yeah. But that album, But I still ain't even listened to Jimmy Crooks yet though.
He said, "I'm not going any further."
Yeah, I got so far. I was like, yeah, I can't do this. I can't.
Shit, what's your final thought, Zach? Zach's shopping on Amazon.
Zach has been shopping this entire time. That's why he was so quiet. Y'all know he is never that quiet. He be trying to talk
Come on
over
now.
niggas.
My final thought is, be you, be true.
I'm gonna have you edit this episode.
Huh?
I'm gonna have you edit this episode.
Oh wow.
So you can see how you got to keep adjusting that little wave
All
when
right,
you go
so
like
my
this.
final thought is,
Exactly.
I hate
my final
being.
thought is,
I can still hear you.
That's why these things move, you know? So you can like bring it closer to you.
that way you can lean
It took
back.
me a while, but I ain't gonna lie, before I was uncomfortable moving this motherfucker.
So my final thought is, can you hear me good and clear, nice and loud?
Yes, ma'am.
Say that with your chest, little nigga.
Yes, ma'am.
There you go. Final thought is, stay creative. Don't get no fake booty butt lifts. Stay off of the Pornhub website. Semen retention. I'm acting like I'm one of my spiritual dudes. I'm like, semen retention, man. You know, you get thoughts and get better. You know, yeah, I ain't on that spiritual shit. So y'all can keep that signs and Gemini bullshit to yourself. Final thoughts is I'm done talking. Who's next?
All right.
All right. Mine is everything in moderation. I think I do really believe that legalization would solve a lot of problems, including
It may. It may solve problems, but it may cause problems.
that, like anything, right?
Mhm.
Things are given and taken.
Yeah, ending up
Because
like
you
Boosie
know,
out here.
on GTA, I get a hooker, I do whatever, and I kill her and get my money back. Just saying. Just saying. So it might cause some problems.
Wow, when you were talking about your anger issues, don't there be movies about this shit? The angry stripper stalker.
Oh shit! But that's facts though.
The angry hooker stalker. What was my
But
final
it may
thought?
cause some good though. For real.
Everything in moderation. I don't think anything that gets addictive or takes you over is healthy. Like anything, whatever the thing is. But it might solve some problems.
It may. Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to win debates on it.
Oh, word.
Mhm. My first debate ever, I won third place.
Oh shit.
Third place counts.
Third place count.
Got a big ass trophy too.
For third place.
You got a big ass trophy for third place?
They was just giving
Well,
them
it wasn't
shit
as
out.
big as the first place. Fuck
I
you.
was
They
saying,
wasn't
it's
just
just
giving. We didn't grow up in everybody gets a trophy era. I didn't grow up in everybody.
Yeah, they
gets a
ain't
trophy
have
era.
participation trophies.
No.
You either did some shit or you ain't get shit.
And the funny thing is, I joined that shit just because I liked the girl. But I turned out to be good at it.
You still ain't get nothing. But let's get to the end of this episode.
I didn't.
I know.
My final thought, ladies, we really don't give a fuck about these BBLs. It's all about you.
Speak for yourself, my good friend. If you
Nah,
do need
but for
them,
real, like, you should love yourself. You shouldn't feel like you have to alter yourself to make everything better.
some people don't have ass at all, and if you ever seen somebody that just all back, no ass, I say recommend you get a BBL.
I seen that.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
don't unless you're gonna go to the gym and do your squats and do real workouts to get your ass up. If you're not, get yourself a BBL. If you just like
Yeah, I've seen ironing board bitches and shit. I've
but
seen
they can
all
go to the
that.
gym and get that ass up, but they're just not trying to do it.
But all these bitches want BBLs. What if they go to the wrong doctor and he really deflates?
That's because they
shit?
being cheap. Don't be cheap. Don't cheap out on anything. Your mama taught you that. Your parents taught you cheap. Don't get you nowhere. But
First
back
of
to
all,
step one.
Some of their parents taught them cheap, make your ass survive for a little while. That's what.
But not on a medical professional standard.
That's facts, though. That's
You're being
facts,
cheap
though.
on medical. Then if your
then
mama
you
took you
die.
to a back
That's-
alleyway to get your teeth pulled out, don't trust your mama. She's gonna get you killed. I don't think I want to grow up in that type of life. If your mama say, "Hey, we're going to the dentist," and it's an alleyway.
The crazy part is
Don't beat off too
this
much,
is a-
you'll go blind.
This is a potentially toxic episode, and it didn't get toxic till just now.
Yeah.
We're not gonna make it
We did
toxic.
pretty good on this one. Well, I did pretty good. I don't know about y'all.
I think I did well too. I
think
explained my
I set the
part
standards.
rationally.
Rationally, yeah.
standards. I set my
Nah, that's
bar
facts
high.
though.
If you're going to get a BBL, do it right. If you're not, go to the gym and work out. Make your ass look right. Okay.
I feel like you appreciate that shit more if you work out though.
Everybody's not trying to work out. Everybody's not trying to put that hard
I
time
know.
and pain.
Everybody's not trying to do a lot of shit.
Some people
but-
just like to eat.
But
I can
nah,
see,
that's
like, doing
100.
a
That's
reset.
100. That's 100%. But if you think about it, like all of us, anything we've ever done in life, when we work for that shit, once we got it, how that shit feel?
Great.
Feel good. That shit feel amazing.
But if I could get a little
hey.
shaved off and keep going to the gym just to get a little reset,
I mean,
Yeah,
I can see that, but then also you're gonna be looking like who's that one rapper? Bandman Cavill. He got a BBL. That's a dude rapper. He got technically a male BBL. He got abs and all that stuff, fat sucked out of him, and then also the butt thing. Yeah, we ain't gonna get in that topic. But he used to be a scammer.
all right, get your shit together. Your self care.
I'm not saying hey, y'all trying to think I did it like that, but that's what he came out and said. Y'all can look it up. Bandman Cavill, young folks know what I'm talking about.
Bandman Kevin.
He said he got a BBL.
I say
That's what they said. The same shit about what was it? The boy on Wildin' Out, Rip Hamilton or Rip something. I don't know his fucking last.
Also, who's the other the Funk
But
Master Flex? He got the
he used to
fat
be like
sucked out
a
of him.
thicker motherfucker, and then
I
he
can
came
see
back with
getting
arms and shit.
lipo. Like I said, if I could get
But the
lipo
thing
to
is,
catch
don't
up.
act like he got lipo,
But a
but he
lot of-
showed everybody that like it was supposed to be cool. Like, yeah, I got the lipo. You see the fat in the jar. That shit disgusting, bitch.
But then again,
Nobody
a
want
lot
to
of
see
people,
that.
a lot of people who do shit like that, they end up looking down on motherfuckers who.
But then it's hard.
who's in the position that they used to be in.
Yeah, and then
Like you
it's,
was just fat a couple months ago, and now you talking down on fat
the
people
sad
when
part
you
about
paid. They can't afford to pay for the same shit you did.
Yeah,
Like shit like that.
that part about it. You got to keep it off though. So just because you got lipo don't mean
that's
you
what I'm
go-
saying.
Yeah, you
I would
gotta
like
really
it as
get that shit
a.
off.
I would like to do it as a like. Let me help the
You gotta eat
process.
certain ways and shit. They
Yeah,
shrink
if
your
you never
stomach
been
and all
eating
that
a certain
shit.
way, just because you got lipo don't mean you can't get that weight back.
Oh yeah,
So,
Oh yeah, you get that shit
so
back.
people
quick.
that got lipo still might gain that shit right back and then go back to step one.
it's just the visceral fat that forms in the gut isn't healthy on the gut. So, but anyway,
You can interact with us at Warm the Crib across all platforms.
Move your mic up.
Instagram,
I was like, what is this?
Facebook, and Twitter. TikTok at Warm the Crib Podcast. I
All right, guys,
apologize
we
for
tired.
that, y'all.
It's been a 3-hour day for us.
Yeah, we've been here for a while, so yeah.
And after you've watched this, go ahead and listen to it on your favorite podcast app, whether that be Apple Music, Spotify, Google Play, or Stitcher. And if you listen to one of those, then go back and check out the video because we're hilarious.
Make sure you do both because you're gonna miss some
Listen,
shit.
Even me editing it, having lived it and editing it, and then listening to it again, I'm like, oh shit, I missed it.
Facts. When I re-listen to it, I listen to it like 3 times,
Yeah.
and I be noticing more and more shit each time.
Yeah. All right, until next week, we will talk to you guys later. We'll let Zach finish shopping for Prime Day.
I ain't shopping for that. I got a $350 gift card from Amazon.
How you get that?
This applying for credit card, but I'm never gonna use the credit card. I want to delete it though.
Until next week, we'll see you guys later. Peace.